hair back because this is about to be a serious subject. We about to talk for real, for real. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bella. If you are new here, then welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 reasons why you're better off being alone when nobody bugging you, nobody in your ear, in your face. Oh, and let me just make a disclaimer, because there is a difference between being lonely and then being alone. And I'm not talking about being lonely, well, I'm talking about intentionally deciding to be alone and to spending time alone and in isolation. Let's just talk about Jesus. Even Jesus knew the power of isolation, because he was surrounded by disciples, people who followed him all day long, and he isolated himself for 40 days and he went to the desert to pray. And he knew that that was the only way that he could prepare himself for the mission that God wanted him to go on. You can only receive certain blessings when you're on your own. And that's my first point. There are certain things that like God is literally not gonna give us until we get to that certain point where we're alone, right? So that when he does give it to us, that we can receive it and we can keep it. This pandemic literally forced us to be alone. Like, I was forced to be alone. Like, the first few months, I was like kind of going insane, and I was kind of like feeling like, oh, I miss my friends, I miss going out, I miss, you know. But then after a while, I was kind of like, you know what? I feel like I'm starting to see things more clear. That's weird. I realized how many things like I didn't see clearly, because, you know, I had too much information coming in and out of my ears, and I had to look at myself and be like, girl, you suck. I'm my biggest critic. I don't care. I will diss myself sometimes. I would just be like, how you didn't see that? How you didn't see that? Girl, you blind? There's things that you can only receive when you're alone, whether that's blessings, that's revelations, that's goals, that's visions, that's, you know, missions, whatever it is, you know, like there's certain things that like God will not give you or let things unfold until you are alone. So I think that's the #1 reason why you're better off being alone, because you really get everything that you're meant to get. You get to be mindful, and you get to take care of the people that you really do want to take care of, and you can really choose who matters, you know. But like your thoughts are yours, and your desires are yours, and like everything is just you and the things that you want. And I think that's so important for our mental health, and, you know, obviously taking into consideration other people. Like I'm not the type of person to just be like selfish about certain, like, selfishness is just, I come from a big family anyway, so selfishness has just never even been in my blood. Like at what point does your happiness and does the things that you want matter? You know, you can't even pour into other people unless you're full yourself. And how can you fill yourself up being around so many people? Like, you need time to yourself. You need to fill back your cup with prayer and with meditation and with reading and with spending time alone and getting to know who you are too. You need to know who you are as a human being. Like, I need to know me, you know. Like, I can't have, if I don't know me, I'm gonna have a bunch of people telling me who I am. That's what's gonna happen, and then I'm gonna believe them because I don't even know who I am. I just feel like it's such a powerful thing. It's like kind of like taking control of your life to the extent that you can. And it's like, at the end of the day, you want to be there for those who matter. The last thing in life that you want to live with is regret. Very, very few people who actually have that innate built-in love for you, you know. And usually it's as simple as just your immediate family members, you know. So sometimes it's not, but like for the most part, like for me, like absolutely that's what it is. I don't care who you are. I don't care unless you're God, unless you're Jesus. You get influenced by the people around you. There's a saying that says, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. You cannot be around people and be different than them. That just don't be how life is. I believe that I was around a lot of people and I wasn't doing what they were doing. I was around a lot of people when I was growing up who were smoking weed, and I've never smoked weed. That's just an example, you know. And it's not even because I thought I just never did. I just was never interested, you know. I pretty much had a strong-willed mind of my own, But when it came to my thoughts, they were influenced. You know, when it came to my decisions or my outlook on things, very influenced by the people who are around me. And, you know, or when it came to the perception of people had a different perception of me because, you know, what the people that I was around. And I may not be what people are perceiving me, but because I'm hanging out with these specific people, that's who I'm becoming. Because I'm going to specific places, that's who I am. So yes, you absolutely are the people that you hang out with. It doesn't even matter if you're like, nah, I'm not like her. Me and her are different. If you guys are rolling together, y'all the same. Y'all two peas in a pod. Whoever you hang out with, that is who you are. That's, if you want to figure out who you are right now and where your like mind is at, and why it's where it's at, just look at your circle of friends. Number 4, some relationships demand your time and energy. Girl, just think about, baby girl, if you calculate all those times you spent, like 5 hours on the phone with this person, 2 hours on the phone with this person, 1 hour on the phone with this person. In a day, you talk to like 5 different people. Girl, that's your time. You're spending like 70% of your day on others and 70% of your energy on others. Too much time. And sometimes it just be that one conversation that you have with somebody that just throws off your whole day. Or let me just be extra, your whole week, your whole month. But you know what? I'm at this point where I don't care if people think I'm extra or people think I'm overthinking things or overseeing things. Man, you gotta be extra. You gotta start thinking things thoroughly, because if you're not thinking thoroughly, things are gonna be done thoroughly to you in a way that you did not want it to be done. So if you want to more valuable, more peaceful, more happy life, you got to be intentional about the time that you spend on specific things. And because you got to understand that time is like the most important thing that we have in this world. It's more important than money. You can never get time back. And if this is not serving me, if I'm not serving you for real, and if you're not serving me for real, listen, I don't have time. We don't have to talk. We really don't. It just be like that. Like, literally the best thing about being alone is the fact that you can be intentional about the time that you spend with yourself, and where you put your energy and everything is more calculated, and you don't have to put it in other people. You can literally put it in yourself, and which is what we should be doing. You know, I know a lot of people think, oh well, that's so selfish, it's all about you and it's all about baby girl, everybody got 24 hours in a day. How come they people ain't putting time in their days? Now listen, I get it. Sometimes we need to help each other out. That's why we are the body of Christ. But if you're just wasting time, then you're wasting time. My last point, we become more dependent on God for our source of happiness when we spend more time alone and with God. And that's essentially what we need in this life. We need to spend more time with God, and we need to know that everything comes from Him. He's our source, you know? Like you gotta get everything from Him. You gotta get your peace from Him. You gotta get your ideas from Him. You gotta get your joy from Him. Everything comes from Him. And I think when you get to that point, you can start inviting people in, and honestly, you will radiate and you will attract people who are very like-minded. And that's one of the things that are like the best things. Don't be scared to be alone. Don't be scared to let people go. Honestly, once you let people out of your circle, the right people will come back and gravitate. They will have peace, you will have peace, and you will attract even better people and realer people. And honestly, I'm cancel culture, all that stuff, that doesn't really make too much sense to me. But one thing I will say is that you have to be very, very intentional about spending time alone, and it's a blessing, and you don't have to feel forced to be around people. Honestly, if you make that decision to be alone, you will be so blessed in ways that you don't even know that you could be blessed. That's the crazy. You don't even know that you could be blessed like that. But just because you made that little decision, it's those little decisions that you make to be alone and to be intentional about being and spending time by yourself. You open a lot of great doors for yourself. And I can talk about this for days, literally. So yeah, that's everything for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then give this video a thumbs up And let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see next, you know. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys. Thank you for watching.